I think what is special about Peter is his commitment to family, his love and his enjoyment of family.
I feel very fortunate to have 3 beautiful kids and married to a beautiful wife who's been successful in her own small business. Like most households now where both parents have to work, you've got to try and find that balance. You need to make sure that you're supporting each other.
When he's home, his home life is very normal. He loves to go to the kids' sporting matches. He loves to have friends over, family over. We love being outdoors at the farm, having the kids around. Very, very basic, quiet, homely things. What I would like Australians to know about Peter is his immense empathy and his immense kindness that he has for families and other groups in the community, children. He is very, very passionate about building a better life in a great country for all Australians.
Peter's role in protecting kids is enormous.
So he's a big gentle giant. He's very passionate about child safety. He's always interested in our family and what we're doing and the Daniel Morcombe Foundation.
Peter was the driving force behind the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation. Well, look, I think the Peter Dutton that I know, that we know, is a very private person, very passionate person, someone that is driven to make a difference.
His empathy and his concern is very, very genuine, and that's something that might surprise people, but anybody who's met him under any circumstances will truly appreciate, how genuine his inquiry is about them and what they do, and how genuine his empathy is for those that have had difficult situations and been through difficult experiences, and his desire to help them.
Tom joined in 2021. He was very young and he was never happier than when we saw him leave to go to Kapooka and train up. Tom was one of those kids that when we asked all of his friends what he was like, there was one word that kept coming up, and that was fearless. It was everything that a 21-year-old could possibly hope for. He went through to the point where an injury that he took in Kapooka slowed him down, and then they had to basically stand him down because it got worse and worse. Unfortunately, he never recovered from that. That spiralled out of control and he didn't get the right help. And eventually he took his own life, which destroyed the company he was in because he was friends with everybody. And the next thing we know, Peter Dutton, who was that stage the head of defence, rang us up and said that he and Kirralie would like to attend Tom's funeral. It was a massive funeral and it was very fitting that Peter was there. We didn't know what to expect because Peter, being a politician, he started to talk about Tom and how he's has a son that's Tom as well. And we slowly worked out that he was very concerned about the young people in the forces, and he was the real deal. A bowling ball had just gone through our lives, and he knew that. He saw it, and he was tuned in to how painful this was. And subsequently, I've watched him, and he will go right round Australia and sit and listen. So instead of standing up and talking about a subject that he may not know about, he gets involved. And once he gets involved, then he can stand back and talk the truth. And it's something that it's just lacking in politics these days.
We thought war would stay away from us. We're a town, but it hit us so hard. I lost many friends. One of them was my school friend. She died with her 3 children. No place was safe. And then my husband one day just came home and he said, I've just heard that Australia's running a program. They're getting Syrians. Let's apply. So we sent an email to the embassy in Jordan. And half an hour later, our home phone was ringing and it was the embassy. And on the 23rd of August 2017, we landed here. It's our new birth date. The first month, I felt like I was carrying this heavy load and suddenly it just fell off. Eventually, my husband started his own gardening business. I'm working in my children's school We bought our first house in 2021. I think we're living our Australian dream. I wanted to meet the people behind this program. I wanted to thank them. And I found out the most important one was Peter. He's the one who opened the door. Did you catch any fish on that day? We invited him to our house to have lunch, and he came listening to us all the time and asking questions like, is your allowance enough? Can you provide all the kids' needs? Is there anything worrying you at all? So he was very honest. Sometimes we don't like the answers, but that's the truth. That's the reality.
This is where Peter visited the English classes.
I thanked him for bringing us here, and I said, this is a dream for us, just to fly here. He was very emotional. That surprised me. He had tears in his eyes, because when I saw him on TV before, I thought, this is very serious, man.
Oh, this is Brisbane?
Brisbane is so beautiful.
Well, I feel I finally met a politician that I can trust. A real human. He's not faking anything. The Peter Dutton I know cares about people, and he takes his job really seriously. For my kids, I know I did the right thing. They're going to have a bright future here. They can achieve all their dreams. It's possible here.
We've had a lot of long conversations over a long period of time about what he wants, what he's passionate about, what he believes in, and all of that centres around a better Australia.
I have a real love for our country. A lot of my decision making has always been guided by what's in our country's best interests and what's in the person's best interests. And for me, that's the big motivator and the big driver to be in the job that I'm in, because I know that I can make decisions that can help families, that can improve the future of our country. That's incredibly powerful.
Authorised by Peter Dutton, MP, Brisbane.